Everyone, it's Marie here, and there we are. The Frida Crown is finished. Finished it on the weekend. Really delighted with how it's gone. And as you can see, I've packed in, I think I've got 11 roses on there. Really thrilled at how they've gone. And I've gone and actually, I'm going to show this to you. I'm going to take this off and show this to you. I have gone and sort of colour situated them. So on the front side, very warm and blushy, sort of pinky colours this side. Look at that. Ooh. And then on this side, sort of slightly cooler, more green and purplier tones on the side. So then that way, I can sort of, you can flip it around depending on what you're wearing, change your mood. Now, I've done 7 colours in my crown. All of those are available with the Dolce or the Millefili cottons. So I've got them here, just in case you're wondering what I've got. That one there is called Sherbet. The yellow is Sherbet. Oh, sorry, the orange is Sherbet. The yellow is, can't remember, it'll come to me in a minute. The purple is Byzantium. That dark jadey green is Belize. Fire. The pink is French Rose. That green is Mantis. Can't remember what the yellow was. It'll come to me. Anyway, the yellow. So those are the colours I've used. Now, that is a lot of colours. You don't need to use that many colours if you don't want to. You could actually just do I actually have to admit, if I were to do 4 colours, the 4 colours that I think would be amazing would be that, oh, here we go. Keep it still, Marie. There we go. Would be the Belize, which is this sort of jadey one here, with the Byzantium purple and the Mantis. They would work really, really well. So that's 1, 2, 3 plus the yellow. So 4 is 4 colours, and then you get a really lovely sort of foresty shade. Or if you're wanting to do the warmer shades, the yellow, the pink, the purple, and the orange or the red would work really, really well. So I've gone and worked this out. So this is 7 colours. 6 to 7 balls will get you 3 crowns. Easily 3 crowns. Hi, Charles. You must be in Sydney. Charles was here. Charles Gandy, who was here for camp. It's so exciting. Was travelling back. So have a safe trip, Charles. So it's 6 to 7 balls will get you 3 crowns. 4 balls I think should be your minimum. So 4 to 5 balls will definitely get you 2 crowns. So that's pretty good value. Now, to make life easy for you, what we've gone and done is we've put up these kits, some headband kits, and one of them, so in a kit you get the headband, you get the pattern, and you get a crochet hook. So we'll pop picture of the hooks here. No, I popped them right. Oh, yes, okay, here we go. So you'll get one of those hooks there with the nice metal shafted bamboo, which is quite good for working with cotton. So, and we've pretty much priced this out at cost. So saves you buying the pattern, the headband, and the hook. We've just bundled it all together. And then you go on and pick your own cottons yourselves, because there are so many colour combinations. You'll be able to want to do it, pick out what you want to do on your own. So those kits are going to be under the Importers Clearance banner as well. They're $9.95. And then once you've got yourself going, then you can just hunt around for headbands or other things to put your roses on. And when I say other things, I'll put that back on there, is that I've just whipped this up before we got started, which is onto a comb. Now this is actually a nice little, charming little 3-colour rose there. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Oh, pretty. Now, I've just gone and done that. Put that up there. Ooh, there you go. As a little comb. And so you could have 1 or 2 roses on there. Those little combs, honestly, they're like $2 a pack at the Emporium. These headbands are around $3 to $4 each at local emporiums, and that is done in the Bohemia Sport. So as you can see, whilst it's not quite as smooth as these roses, you could comfortably do, if you don't want to do cotton roses, you can comfortably do these beautiful wool roses. And I would be using a sort of a sport weight yarn would be perfect for this. And this is perfect because it's got a wee bit of fuzz, a bit of body to it. so if you've got loads of scraps at home, especially if you're a sock knitter and you've like knitted heaps and heaps of socks and shawls and stuff like that, purchase a pattern, go out and buy yourself a headband, and basically have a really great time. And so the Frida Crown Alia blend, it's on Ravelry, or you can buy a kit from us to get yourself started. So that is the Frida Crown. So I'm really, really, really happy with this, and I'm definitely going to be making more. It's really simple, really fun. It's great. So some of the other thing I wanted, I'm going to do this. Get that out of the way. I actually just wanted to show you before I jump onto the next thing. These are some other colour combinations here. That's the Dolce Amore. Look at that. Ooh, and the prints. Now I didn't do, these are all solids, but that print would do really lovely pretty colours. And this is the other print here. Look at that. See that print there? Oh. So there's, let yourself go wild, you know, have a good think and see what you might like to do. Right, moving on, school holidays. Those who've got kids like me, sometimes keeping them occupied is really, really tough, and the weather can be a bit inclement. If you've got slightly older kids and you know how to do basic crochet, definitely this is fantastic. Basic crochet stitches are all that you need. If you're wanting to teach them how to knit, really, really basic knitting or basic crochet, I'm really, really fond of our Texas yarn, which is this nice big thick jobby here. And when you're teaching kids how to knit, this is really easy for them to handle. We make up some Learn to Knit kits, and we have them available on our website, the Texas Learn to Knit kits. They're $12.95. You get a ball of yarn, you get a set of needles, you get a pattern to make a really basic garter stitch cowl to fit a child, and it teaches them the basic knit stitches, those garter stitches. And we supply these kits actually to the local school that my kids and Claire, who works here, her children, our kids will go to the same school. And they're great. It's easy for them to handle. It's easy for them to hold the needles, get a feel for them, and get the mechanics of a stitch. You know, it's just, in teaching them garter stitch is great because it's about that repetition and that practice. So if you're thinking that this is going to be the holidays, you're going to sit down and maybe teach your kids how to knit. If you haven't already, or crochet actually, both already, if you haven't got any of this Texas yarn at home, this is a perfect one to do it. I generally recommend a 9 or a 10mm hook or needle. So sort of, you know, these sorts of sizes. We have at the shop the actually shorter ones, and that's what's in the kit, so they're easier for them to hold. But you know, you've possibly got stuff in your own stash or even some circulars in that size. So if you're wanting to sort of give the kids a chance and have a little bit of a play around, definitely have a play around with this heavier yarn gauge. And one of the things that I've really found is that satisfaction and completion is the key. So this stuff grows super, super, super fast, and you can definitely get in there and teach them how to do it. So that is under, I think it's Texas, and it's just called the Learn How to Knit kit. So check that one out. And on the subject of kits, those who came to Knit August Nights got a pattern, this beautiful classic beanie, in their kit, in their goodie bag. I should have grabbed the beanie from downstairs actually, because we've knitted one. And it was designed, as you can see, there's a photo of it there, beautiful, to go with 10-ply yarn. And Brenda's done an amazing job, and we've gone and made up these really gorgeous kits with this beautiful, beautiful lavender yarn, and with a pom-pom. So we've got different coloured pom-poms to go that have all been designed to match to go with the yarn, with this yarn. And if you're looking for a gift for someone who's a knitter, or you're wanting to, again, so you've got to knit up yourself some beanies for Christmas presents, these are fantastic. We've done them up so you've got yarn, pattern, and pom-pom all in one easy kit. And so there's no needles in this, but just the yarn, the pattern, and the pom-pom, and they're $9.95. So they will be available online as soon as I get my act together. I'll put it online after this, online and in store. And again, once you've got the pattern, you've got yourself started, you can head over and do it yourself. We do have some separate pom-poms in store if you want them. But it's just a really clear knitted the sample up. And she said it's a wonderful pattern. She said Brenda's made it so easy. She'd never knitted cables before, and she said if you've never knitted cables and you think, oh, they're hard, this is the perfect pattern to do your first cabling project. So that is the classic beanie by Brenda Green from Natural Star. So that is another great idea for a quick knit over the holidays. Oh, look at this, my tags hanging out, my bras hanging out. I've got a mess. I tell you what, it's a big weekend, it's a mess. Lots going on. So, you know, get yourself organised. And again, this, you know, with Christmas coming up, if you're wanting crafty Christmas gifts, this has a huge amount of potential. Those roses, as you see, you can stick them onto combs, embellishing tea cozies, making headbands, doing flower necklaces. There is so much you can do. The reality of it is you're only limited by your own imagination. So get yourself out there. Really, really enjoy your knitting. I might be back later in the week. I'm hoping to have a couple of new yarns to show you on Thursday. But if I don't, I will be back in a fortnight. We're going to do some stuff with the kids, but I'll share the projects that we're up to, and you can have a look at what's going on there. But in the meantime, I want to see some Frida Crowns, people. In fact, we might even see if we can do something with Alia later to get these Frida Crowns. Alia and I want to see as many of these in social media as we can, please. So if you're popping them on Instagram, make sure you hashtag Frida Crown, because we want to see them. We want to see everyone looking resplendent in flowers. But until then, I'll talk to you hopefully in a couple of days, failing that in a couple of weeks. So take care.